Train the muscles, not the joints.
You know, sometimes it's pretty common for people to get stuck in a hamster wheel of training. Or, you know, it's like anything. You start doing something and then you have the work ethic to be disciplined. And then you keep going forward with the misconception that if I train harder or I do whatever it is I'm doing and I do it harder, then I'll produce a better result. But as admirable as that quality is, and it is an admirable trait, and it's rare in this world today, you know, people willing to put in a lot of work, right? But the truth is that you want to leverage your effort anytime. Like anytime there's an opportunity to leverage your effort, you want to take advantage of that. Because leverage is everything. If you have more leverage, you're going to have a lot more potential. So there's going to be times where you're doing a workout program and then you're pushing the volume or you're pushing the frequency or you're pushing the weight, and then you're going to notice that the body's going to push back, where you're going to possibly feel extremely burned out, almost like a dried out piece of jerky, beef jerky or something. Or you're going to notice that your strength is going down, or you just feel extremely physically burned out. Even though the mental motivation is there, the physical body is saying, hey, you know, there's something missing here. So one thing I'd recommend is always looking at your nutrition, always making sure that you have enough food in your system and enough sleep. That's always important. But another thing you want to consider is resetting. And this is something I do inherently. And I will push myself, like say a few weeks ago I did 5 days of full body workouts, 3 sets per body part. I did 5 days in a row using decent amount of weight, not super heavy, but decent amount of weight. And then I started to feel a bit burned out. By day number 5, day number 6, I started to hit that wall, right? And I know one of my Patreon supporters, he also did the same thing. He did chin-ups for 30 days in a row, along with his normal workouts, and then he hit a wall, right? So he found out where that limitation was. So when you find out where that limitation is, and you find that you've hit the burnout wall, then definitely take a few days off, if not a week. You know, you might need more time than others, but take a day or two off, and then start with lower amounts of volume or a moderate frequency. You know, start conservatively. Right? You may want to start back to a 2-day split or a 3-day split or something like that. And then start with lower amounts of volume, but just focus on the intensity if you've hit that wall of burnout. And as you notice that you're getting results and you're feeling good, then you can push a little bit more if you feel that it's right. If you feel like, okay, I can push a little bit harder, I can get a little bit more results here, I think. And then you just inch yourself into a little bit more intensity or a bit more volume, like say adding more sets or maybe adding more weight. But you don't rush it, right? You just ease your way into it. And of course you'll go through this journey for a period of time, and then maybe you feel called to go to super intense frequencies or super intense weight, or you know, do what I did and totally burn yourself out. You might feel called to do that, like almost overreach for a period of time, and then once again reset again. So resetting is a great way to get the body to heal itself and to get the resources back online again. And then at the same time, you're always pushing the limit, but you're not remaining in the limit all the time. Because if you remain there, you're going to hit overtraining, or you're going to injure yourself, or you're just going to, let's just say, spin your wheels because you're putting out so much effort, but you're not necessarily going to be getting any results for that effort. So it's leverage, because there is a perfect amount of sets which isn't necessarily more work for you to get the best result. Like 3 sets might be giving you better results than doing 7 or 8 sets. Even though 7 or 8 sets, it's much harder to do in a workout. So more isn't always better. And I know I've talked about the high intensity system and how I don't really agree with the whole 1 set thing, but I will say the principle is correct, because you're not an endurance athlete, you are an anaerobic athlete. and you want to break down the tissue or cause that adaptive response, but you don't want to beat the muscle to death after you've already sent it the message that is necessary in order for it to adapt, right? So that's kind of the premise of my higher frequency programs a lot of times too, is that I won't be doing super intense workouts. Sometimes I'll be doing easy stuff, like just going through the motions with the 70 pounders or whatever. And then the odd day I'll do a super hard workout, but I'm not doing this all the time because the point is not to burn myself out. The point is just to acclimate and then stimulate, then acclimate, then stimulate, but not just do volume and constantly burn energy for the sake of burning energy itself. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like you can use several workouts that are very low intensity, very low volume, just to prime yourself up for that great intense workout. And that can be more than enough stimulation for you to get the perfect combination of preparation, injury, rehabilitation, along with prevention and adaptation and muscle growth. So that's my 2 cents on that. So remember, reset. Once in a while, take time to reset. Start small and ease your way up, or remain small and just keep it intense and see how your body adapts. Mountain. So I hope this helped out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalbodybuilding.com, and thanks to Patreon supporters. And there I'm doing a podcast every week. If you guys haven't tuned into that, you're missing out. So I hope to see you on Patreon there. The link is in the description, and take care for now.